polyphenols and the antioxidants into something that is actually 10 times that of wine. So it's a breakthrough. It's pretty cool, and we're very excited about it. And so we created the wine RayZyn company. So the way to think about this is like you have a plum. What's a dehydrated plum called?
Prune.
Prune. You have a Concord grape or a Thompson seedless grape. That dehydrated is a
RayZyn.
Okay.
I'm really good at this game.
I know. Super good. Okay. So imagine what's a wine grape with the seed intact. What's that dehydrated called?
Cabernet.
That would be a dehydrated Cabernet Sauvignon wine grape with the seed intact, but it's a RayZyn. And so this is a new fruit that is not in the USDA database of food, and so we're very excited about it. And so yes, a dehydrated Cabernet Sauvignon wine grape with the seed intact that's been toasted is called a Cabernet. We also have Merlot's, Chardonnay's, Champagnes, Syrahs.
I love Champagnes.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we're really excited about it. And so, I mean, you know, our family back, even in the 1950s, before it was cool, my grandfather was practicing, sustainable farming practices, composting, worms, what's very on trend right now. And so my dad, my family, we don't like to waste things, and so that's what we did. Is we take the 3 to 5% that's left in vineyards to naturally dehydrate. We go and collect those, and then we also go to sorting tables, and we take the fruit that is not, again, not perfect in some cases, that's used for wine, and then we also go and play in the spot market, the central market, not the central market, the spot market, where the oversupply essentially goes to die. And this is right before it's thrown into a landfill. We take it and we process it through a very natural dehydration process to not only give you uniform mouthfeel and texture and taste, but also it extends the shelf life to over 2 years.
Wow.
So it's it's a pantry
So if
item.
there's an apocalypse, I should come to your house on Mount Veeder because you have superfoods and they're shelf stable.
This is, now we're talking.
Now we're working.
Now we're talking.
Right. So tell me about the process. Okay, so I understand dehydration, but I think when a lot of people come to Napa and they try wine grapes, they're surprised by two things. One, they're small. So they're used to those gigantoid grapes in a grocery store, but two, they're surprised that they're seeds. And I know myself when I'm out in the vineyard trying grapes, I always spit the seeds out because they're bitter and astringent. So how do you actually dehydrate and toast the seeds? Are you using like heat to do this, or how does that process work?
Well, I think the best thing to do is taste one.
I agree.
And you know what? You tell me what you're thinking.
Okay.
Tell me what you think. And the seed again is intact, but the seed is not like that you would eat just in a vineyard. That's usually pretty tart.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
you want to
astringent,
right? And you're worried about your teeth like breaking in half. When it's actually toasted, when it goes through the dehydration process, it kind of transforms into somewhat of an earthy crunch, like almost like an almond. The way to think about it is like maybe a complex peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If that makes sense. It has layers of complexity, all the flavors of the wine, but without the alcohol, because these are not fermented yet.
But they could be. Wait, look. Now it's alcoholic.
There we go.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I like to play around. No, they're actually, like, the seeds aren't bad. And I'm just going to warn you, like, I'm a weird person. Like, even though you can eat shrimp shells, I don't want to. That's weird.
Yeah.
Soft shell crab are okay if you fry it. But, like, I kind of have this, like, roadblock when it comes to textures that I think shouldn't be there. And these are pretty good.
Well, thank you. They're not that bad. And actually,
they're not that bad. No, keep going.
No, they. But actually, what we found is that the consumer really likes the nutty kind of earthy crunch, and it adds again another layer. And again, we're talking about health benefits,
right?
Right. Everybody's into superfood, right? If you eat 2 pounds of kale a day, you're doing something good for yourself, right?
That would be weird, actually.
That would be hard to do.
Do you know how much 2 pounds of kale is?
That's what I'm saying. You need a blender. You would need maybe a dehydrator,
Stomach,
something. But actually, so this.
By the way, studio audience, come and get some of these.
Yeah, don't be shy, please.
Nobody here.
Not all at once.
If you're shy and you're here, you're in the wrong place.
But yeah, so if you think about it, this is a 1.6 ounce bag. This is the amount of fruit that is required to go in to make 1 glass of wine. This is an 8 ounce bag, okay? This 8 ounce bag is the amount of fruit that goes in to create 1 bottle of wine, okay? So during the winemaking process, you can speak to this. What do you do with the wine grape when you're making wine?
Well, first, what I'm going to do is put it through a destemmer machine, and then I'm going to put it onto my optical sorter, because everybody knows that everybody has optical
Everyone's
sorters.
got them.
Yeah, nobody's doing it by hand anymore.
No way.
No, we still do it by hand. And then the grapes go into a fermentation vessel. Like, I prefer them barrel fermented, but you know, I have an expensive palate. So they'll go in there, and then you add some yeast or divinely inspire some natural yeast. And
So do you crush the grape?
white ones, yes.
Okay.
Red ones, we allow the natural weight of the grapes on top of one another to allow them to gently burst.
Okay. Well, romantic.
How are you guys doing it? You
So-
guys are making wine. Are you guys crushing your red grapes?
No.
Why
no.
didn't you bring us a bottle of wine?
Because I can't afford to drink it, personally. But it's what we do is we take the same amount of fruit. So it's roughly this 1.6 ounce net weight of the bag is roughly the amount of fruit that goes in to create 1 glass of wine. So if you take that and instead of putting it through the process like you said to make wine, you actually just further dehydrate it to the point at which, again, you're concentrating those health benefits that you'd be extracting otherwise through the natural winemaking process.
So, okay, so I know there were some interesting questions that came up earlier when we were talking about this, and I definitely want to get to those. But, I mean, let's talk about practical purpose, because they're really good. I mean, if you haven't noticed, I've just let you talk while I eat all of them.
Yeah, save me some.
What do you, so do you just eat them straight? Can you incorporate them into recipes like you do with regular raisins, or?
Yeah, no, I mean, so you can do a lot of things. I mean, I've done some, some personal R&D with this in terms of cooking, application, etc. What's been interesting, like whenever I've had company over, I'll open up a bag and actually lay it out on my cheese tray or my charcuterie board. And
because this is what we do in Napa, by the way. Whenever you come over, we just have cheese and charcuterie boards waiting for you, ready to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a natural fit.
Yeah.
And so I'll pull it out, and it'll be on the stem, which is very experiential. And people are like, "What is this?" And then they'll eat it, and the first reaction is, when you tell them what it is, they're extremely skeptical, and then they'll actually eat it, and they're like, that's really good. Like, I really enjoyed that. Like, and they'll go back for more. Oatmeal, great application. We're actually hopefully, looking ahead, working on a breakfast cereal, maybe called Cabernets and Crunch. I don't know if
Is that a favorite from your childhood?
I don't know. Just thinking outside the box. But I mean, put it on a salad. People add, sunflower seeds to a salad to add additional texture, what have you, a little nutty flavor.
It'd be great on a salad, actually.
Oh yeah, have some goat cheese.
And salads are like really boring, so you have to give them some kind of fluff to make them interesting.
You got to.
Well, obviously you could have some kale. If you're going to eliminate 2 pounds of kale out of your diet, maybe an exciting salad might be the preferred route to go.
There you go. Well, you could put them in a kale salad.
Well, obviously, you need your antioxidants to counterbalance the kale, because we all know how unhealthy kale is. It's slowly going to kill me.
So there was a question. I don't know if Michael's still here. Michael, are you here? Michael had a really great question earlier. Do you remember your question? I do if you forgot.
I did forget.
Okay, so Michael had this really great, insightful question earlier. Are there more health benefits from wine grapes that are dehydrated and turned into raisins versus whatever it is I find at the grocery store if I were to dehydrate them and turn them into raisins?
It's actually a completely different animal. It's
More plant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No,
touche.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It was like
no,
two
that
balls
was
set
good.
up there
That was
for
good.
me.
It's a completely different fruit.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because
They're
the
both-
seed.
they're grapes?
They are grapes. They are grapes.
So
but
the seed has like magical properties to it?
well, you know as well as I know that a wine grape is smaller right?
Yeah.
It does have thicker skins. It does have a seed inside. And arguably, it's up for debate, but everyone knows that they taste better.
Well, that's
They have
real.
more flavor, they have more
Does
complexity.
the seed have nutritional properties to it?
That's the mitochondria of the health benefits right there. And it's jam full of them.
Wow.
So
So the entire time I've been out in the vineyard tasting fruit, spitting the seeds out.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a massive disservice.
God, why didn't I meet you like 4 years ago? You could have helped me so much.
I know.
So where does the company go from now? Because I know that you're launching your site in a couple of days now. Like
Yeah.
next week, you guys are going to be up.
We have a landing page right now. So,
What's your website?
RayZyn.com. That's
How do I spell that?
RayZyn.
RayZyn, like
Yeah.
Rays of the Sun in Zinfandel? No, maybe. Just go with it.
Yeah, sure.
It sounded
That's
good.
exactly what it is.
Oh, I'm so glad I guessed
And
that on my first try.
so we have a landing page up right now. We're going to be having I guess the direct consumer sort of e-commerce will be up August 10th. Knock on wood. And we've had a very successful. We launched our test market in Napa in San Francisco probably about 5 weeks ago, and have been very pleasantly surprised. We also went to the Gourmet Food and Gift Show in Atlanta, and there was about a 3 or 4 day period, and had a booth. Family was there, and it really kind of blew us away because we sold into 66 different retailers
Wow.
in 23 states.
Wow. Okay, so I love this. What are some of the retailers where I can get your product? Can I get them here?
You can get them here.
Okay, where?
So our test market was about call it 10 stores, everywhere from let's see, Calmart, Culinary Institute, Oakville Grocery, Browns Valley Market, Valergus.
I've been to some of these places actually.
They're phenomenal
Surprising.
establishments. V Wine Cellar in Yountville. Where else? Marina Meats in San Francisco. Nature Select Foods in St. Helena.
Wow.
And the Napa Tourist and Information Center in downtown Napa.
So when I'm out traveling though, you said you were in 20 something states?
Oh yeah.
Who carries you like out there? If there are any like big names that like I could just go, oh my gosh, I need my antioxidants and I'm stuck in O state, where would I go?
Well, let's say some of our friends, partners like the Biltmore Estate in Asheville.
Yep.
There's a couple places in Atlanta, but it's pretty diverse across all
Oh,
of.
we're not talking loud enough, Susan?
No, it keeps falling down.
Oh.
Where would you like to
that
see?
happens.
Where would you like to see your product go nationally? I mean, are there any big brands that you would love to see, like walk in and say, like, "Wow, there you are"?
I mean,
People might be watching, so it never
I know.
hurts to
Why are
just
you at Whole
mention a
Foods?
brand
Why are
you'd
you at
like to
Whole
work
Foods?
with.
we're working on that. What we're trying to
people
do
in
is
Texas.
we are trying to build this brand organically, and I think it's so much more than just a product like a Cabernet Sauvignon, right? What we really want to do, and this sounds cliche, but
okay.
I mean, we want to kind of change how people think, not only about waste, right? Because people are throwing away for centuries. The industry's been throwing away something that's arguably one of the best things on earth to put in your body.
No, and they're addictive. Like, have you seen me stop? I haven't stopped eating them.
Yeah, easy on the merchandise.
Sorry.
So,
No, I told you I only do this for the samples. Let's see what I just set myself back here.
But we waste is not an option. I mean, the U.S. is arguably one of the most affluent countries in the world, and we're also one of the most wasteful. I mean, 25% of our food goes into landfills each year. That's over 35.5 billion tons, and this is contributing to that.
So it says here that I can eat 1 ounce in a sitting. Which I'm
Can eat
pretty
1
sure I
ounce.
just did. And that there's only 0.1 grams of fat. That's amazing. That's incredible.
If you're fat conscious in your diet, this could be an answer. I don't know.
It could be an answer.
It could be.
Yeah, and there's only 85 calories, which is less than an apple.
Yeah, reasonable.
And this was way more fun.
Reasonable.
I'm just going to keep these over here.
And so yeah, and the other thing we do as this upcycling company is we take go around to tasting rooms And well, what's let me ask you this: what is the besides grape refuse, as you will, or grape waste? What other waste product?
Glass. The glass bottles.
Glass bottles.
In the average tasting room, like I'm just going to tell you, you get 16 pours per bottle. So if you have 4 wines on your list, right, and you see 16 people, you've now got 4 bottles. Now, how many people do you think an average tasting room sees in a day? That's a lot of glass.
It's a lot of glass.
It's a lot of glass.
So that's a lot of waste.
And you don't get any money for it.
You don't.
When you recycle it.
You pay.
There is no CRV on a wine bottle, okay? I've tried.
You pay. So what we've come up with is actually taking a wine bottle, cutting it in half, turning it upside down. You know what you have here? You have a sustainable wine goblet.
It's just not big enough. Can we cut it halfway through the bottle? I have it tall.
We can have grande sizes.
I love that.
We can-
Grande, super size me?
We can
Oh
do,
my gosh.
super size. We're not
Size does matter when you're talking about the
Size
size of a
does
wine
matter.
glass.
Baby steps, Jay. Baby
Yeah.
steps.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so like this is pretty cool, and dishwasher safe, fun, and it's experience. And so, your favorite winery, what have you? Mm-hmm. Why not drink out of their tasting room bottles and have their Cabernet's inside there? I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
I like it. So we've had a lot of artists and producers on here, which I love, because I feel like I'm getting the inside scoop. I mean, your site hasn't even launched. So really, you're hearing it here first. What have been some of the struggles that you've had to overcome in launching this brand? Is anything gone catastrophically wrong, or I, for one, kept misspelling your email address, so I know that's got to be a challenge. But what are some of the other things, or maybe successes, that you've had along the way?
Well, we got a great team, first of all.
How large is your team?
It is really 5-6 people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like a very small little
Dude,
enterprise you're at.
it's family, and it's people that are very close to becoming family. And it's just been a pleasure to work with them, and everybody's so positive. And I'll tell you what, the whole concept of doing what you're good at, spreading up a task, like this packaging. If you put me in a cube and you said, listen, I will give you $100 million to come up with something that looks half as good as this.
Right.
Dude, no way. No way. I'm like an Excel spreadsheet guy. These guys are amazing. And, I guess in terms of.
You're an Excel spreadsheet guy? Yeah. How do you go from Excel spreadsheets to superfoods? That
I
just
don't know.
doesn't seem. Did you do Excel spreadsheets in your past life?
I have. I got some skills.
Okay.
Some skills,
Work for it.
Yeah, some nerdy skills, but
What was your previous career before jumping in and taking the initiative and wanting to work with such a fantastic brand?
well, I was in finance. I was a trader. So I moved out here from New York about 6 years ago to work for a hedge fund asset manager, and so every day
You
that
have monogrammed belt buckles.
yeah, exactly. And so I one of the other, like on a side note, like one of the things that I've always wanted to do is grow out my hair.
Yeah.
And so every day I wake up is
I noticed we have our hair ties.
Dude,
We're
we
like
do.
twins.
We do.
already.
So this is I'm trying. I'm
If
trying
you need
to
to borrow one, I have to.
trying to live dream. But in terms of truly, like there's been a lot of with any business that you start. I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Things that work out, things that don't. You learn very quickly, and what we've actually found has been a good problem. That so we're sold out. Like we don't have any 2014 supply. We've actually we've pre-sold. I know. I need that back.
No,
by the way.
no.
Don't try to hide in your pashmina.
Soft perks. No.
So I mean, it's
We could have been friends with benefits.
maybe one can fall off the truck. I don't know. I'm not telling.
You're like this close.
But yeah, it's kind of
You're
it's
sold out.
Sold
so
out.
when do we get more? Like, do I have to wait for harvest?
harvest.
Thank God it's already
So
starting.
for that food show, we had to pre-sell. So the orders that are in, they're going to be delivered no later than October 15th. So it's going to be an early harvest this year.
Wow.
I hope that continues.
So the turnaround time from harvest to making the packaging and delivery, is what's your time ratio?
Is that including shipping?
Well, all depends. Can I do rush shipping if I
You can do,
to?
yes, of course. Okay, so the quickest turnaround time, and don't hold me to this, Jay, this is just how it is on paper. Because I've never, you never floored it, right? You don't want to break the engine.
Right.
It's probably around 3.5 days.
Wow, that's fast.
That's on the fast end. A typical turnaround is probably about a week.
Okay.
But, we're, I'll get back to you in about 2 months and tell you exactly how fast or how slow it can be.
So, finance guy, by the way, how much is this going to set me back? Because I licked it earlier, so it's mine. So 8-ounce bag.
So we can't sell this one. So,
No,
But if she eats that tonight, how much do we owe you?
yes.
all right. So depending on where you can pick this, you can pick it up anywhere from $10 to $15 for the 8-ounce, and right around $4 or $5 on the 1.6.
Nice.
So it's
Those are like the lunch size.
yeah, this is just like you're on the go.
Please take the larger bag away from her and give her the smaller bag.
No, I licked this
She
one.
licked it, dude.
Well,
It's sticky.
That means it's mine. This is the
Exactly.
rules.
She owns it. It's gone. It's gone. You can have that.
No, thanks. Perfect. I love that. So anything else? What else? Because we're going to run out of time. So website,
Website.
RayZyn.com.
Please like us on Facebook. We're
you have a
soliciting
Facebook?
friendships right now, followers. So that would, I want to be your friend.
is there a Twitter, Instagram handle that we should know about?
Yeah. That's
why you're here, Jay.
That's we're gonna try to do some serious social networking. Like, I'm not very good at that, but people on our team are. Look for those.
I should introduce you to my friend Jay because he actually is really good at that.
You're pretty good at that. You're
Well,
dialed
you
in?
came to ToutSuite, which is basically the king of social media. So
That is real.
Is there a hashtag RayZyn, or could we create that now?
Wine
so if
RayZyn.
you have a product at home.
Yeah.
Wine
Wine
raisin.
Wine
Hashtag
raisin.
wine
Raisin.
raisin.
Yes.
It's my hashtag mark.
So.
All right. Well, that's all the time that we have today for ToutSuite. I appreciate you all for joining in. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so
for
much for
having
letting
me.
me eat all of your Cabernetons.
Thank you.
And this has been wonderful. Have a great night.
Thank you.